point where everybody say good morning. They say good morning when I stepped on the bus before I did.
They didn't like how their parents raised them, so they're not going to raise their children that way. If your mother told you no, you couldn't get this till you were 18 or grown, we didn't like that. Some of us grew up and realized that worked worked out for better for us. Other parents are like, oh, well, I'm gonna get my kids this, I'm gonna let them do that. I mean, you have kids in school. They fly, they got the latest whatever, but they don't got nothing up here. They don't have no education.
That's respectability on about what other groups of people think about us and whatnot. That's reality. Like we are who we are because of what took place in this country to us. So respectability politics is, hey, take it over, do like this and like this and make sure you like this and whatnot. I'm all about standing up straight and having your pants on your hips and whatnot, having your pants on your waist, stuff of that nature. But sometimes we have a tendency as a people to do overkill. Because subconsciously, as my dad would say, every black person in this country subconsciously has a little white man in the back of their brain and whatnot. But seriously, every single one of them got a little white.
You got to better. You got to
support our project. Everybody loved the idea of the new Freedom District. And so I'm like so excited that I'm happy to be used as a tool that can do something good to help build up our community.
Yeah.
Well, not really.
You always taking up for clowns.
I would say, that's a good question. Yep, Lisa.
Me, I'm a child.
Yeah, why does he always have to add extra sentences to the conversation?
Lisa's attitude, I'm going to write it. Lisa's attitude.
Maybe I do need to pick better friends. Tamika is not ugly, and she isn't a clown.
Well,
And neither is Jay.
Lisa.
Is it my attitude?
Oh,
you did? Okay.
So on that note, I was like, all right, you kind of.
But here we go.
Very few people know about our center. We haven't had opportunity to do a lot of marketing.
For next week, I think by the end of the day, you've been working on it for about a month now. Now, I hope you have something to show me by now.
Why does he always have to add extra sentences? Just ask for the marketing plan. He loves to boss people around.
I'll get to it, I'll get it to you by the end of the day, Mr. Parker. Lisa, I don't feel like your attitude today.
What attitude? I'm trying to help you.
You can help me by minding your business. Excuse me.
Mind my business. Who do you think you're talking to? I'm not the one. Not today, not ever. I'm going to mind my business the next time you ask me to help you out.
What's going on out here, ladies? Is everything okay? Y'all are working today, right?
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Good job. Tell us what was the conflict in that situation. Or answer the questions on your paper, please.
We put that Josh was mean and teaching people
Wait.
being a bully.
Good. So, did y'all hear that?
No, Josh was being mean, teasing people, and being a bully.
Yes. Yep.
Good.
Yep.
And then the next question was?
What do you believe is the cause of the conflict?
We said jealousy. He doesn't want Brian to be friends with other people.
Good.
And how would you resolve the conflict? Well, we said how we would resolve.
We had two ways. One was talk to Josh another day because maybe he's just having a bad day. And also understand that all your friends don't always blend. So sometimes you have different groups of friends. And then another way to think of it was maybe you just shouldn't be friends with Josh because he's displaying a jealous spirit. And that's not something you want to be around.
Good job. Woo! Good job. So now, thank you, ladies. So now, does anybody have any? Good job. Does anybody?
Man, leave her alone, Josh.
I just asked her if she should see me. She's ugly anyway. So I don't care if she speaks to me.
What's up, Josh?
taking up for class.
Why do you hang out with this clown? You know I'm in a circle.
Talk up so they can hear you. She said, "What? Why you always hanging out with this clown? You always in the you like to be in a circus or something." Talk up so they can hear y'all.
You always taking up for clowns. Tamika is an ugly clown, and this guy's a dumb clown. I need to pick better friends.
Maybe I do need to pick better friends. Tamika's not ugly and she isn't a clown, and neither is James.
Yes, Tamika is dumb and ugly. You like dumb, ugly clowns. You like dumb, ugly clowns. You like dumb, ugly clowns.
She's not ugly to me. Say it one more time and I'm going to punch you in the face.
He's not worth it, man.
So
Good job. Good job. Good job. Give him a round of applause, y'all. Give him a round of applause. Good job. Good job. Good job. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So the conflict is between mostly.
I miss y'all good points back here. They brainstorming about resolving conflict, so we get ready to get into a role play activity where they're going to go up and explain.
And then us arguing. Yeah. Because then you came back out right away. You know? What's going on? So.
Solely because I was talking to Dana.
And here come Lisa.
Yeah, I know with you. What you business? So that's the problem when in life when we could be having a conversation with people and I'm talking to this person and then somebody
here they come.
And chiming in and when I adding fuel, adding unnecessary fuel to a problem.
Exactly.
So Lisa's reaction was unnecessary fuel. Even what I said in this contest, it could have been it could have been problematic based on how it was taken. As a manager, what I said was in words was in context, correct. But
it was a bit extra.
Was a tone of a boss? Was a tone of a leader?
Right. It was a tone of a boss.
We came to the conclusion was it was a tone of a boss.
Exactly.
But again, y'all working today or what? So it wasn't. He wasn't being a leader.
Empathy for
his employees.
But once again, her reaction to the balls.
So
it's kind of what led to.
And
it would have been no conflict.
It could actually make you think about whether or not she had already experienced because based on the context,
she said
he always. So that's why I said it's a history. So that's why you gotta really.
You spoke nice, so she wouldn't even react like that.
But that's what the 3 P's come in.
3 P's. Hey.
Wait. Oh, he did.
So, all right. So next question. I love it.
Oh, next question. What do you believe the cause of the conflict was?
Did y'all already answer that?
So how would we resolve this conflict?
So,
pause.
Meet that
process and then proceed.
Now,
explain a little more because I gave y'all that answer.
I'm gonna give you my take on it, but I think as neat, right? If he would have paused, if Dana would have paused upon Lisa's reaction when y'all two they got a bad history and whatnot, pause to take why she would be chiming in like that, and then proceed to try to quell her down because obviously she feels like a way with Nate. Talking to her like that. Instead, Dana got reactionary to Lisa instead of pausing and taking the time like, Nate, has his way, he can be a jerk or he can be a a-hole sometimes, you know what I mean? So that could have paused, process her and why she responded.
Understanding and knowing your audience too.
Right.
Like if they know that I'm a problem, don't approach me in that manner. Or pull me to the side and say, okay, so this is what I need you to do. And, sometimes you just have to handle people with a 5-tooth comb. If you know that they're not in that headspace, you just got to back off. Maybe talk to them later or something. Not everything can't be just right there. Right all the time. So that is what our how we resolve our conflict.
Good job. Give them a round of applause, y'all. Good job. So now, do any of you think that they should have handled it better or they handled it well? Do you have any suggestions on how they might have handled it better or they did great? They did great. Go ahead.
I always say if you're a boss, put them in training. That means put
That part.
and just dump on people.
Right.
And we're all working for one goal, and we all got to be on that same
Focus.
page, like, especially if we want to be effective and we want to have the best outcome. We have to be, yes, we have to be on one accord.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I might be playing devil's advocate here.
It's okay. We need you.
I feel like in listening to the whole scenario, it was more so Lisa not minding her business. Even though he said something, he could have phrased it better. He said, "I've been on you for a month." Deadlines, deadlines. You know,
Yep.
so where business is business, it's not so much
Look at the
personal
boss.
because bosses have bosses.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So that
Mind your business.
with Lisa not minding her business, you know, maybe she doesn't practice accountability. Maybe he always has something to say to you. Maybe you're not meeting deadlines. So it's also like understanding roles in an office.
The
because
dynamics.
It's like personal in a business environment. You know,
Right.
things just got it's always how you speak, but it's an accountability too. Because a month, I'm chasing you for a month for what? Yeah, I might get a little nasty after the second, third week, you know. So we gotta take accountability also. And that person did. They was like, "I have it to you today." They knew he was wrong. So where are you coming in saying anything? So
Sure.
I don't want to play devil's advocate. But it's
No, we
very
need
important
that.
to
We
know
need
that.
both
I'll say
sides.
one thing. Yes, it's so important what you said was great. I'm thinking about this because of the different environments that we actually do live in. These things happen every single day.
Absolutely.
What's more important is for the boss not to put the business out there. Pull them in the office and train them appropriately so that somebody
That part.
else's energy is not coming into it because you don't know what's actually going on between those two people.
Right.
So as a boss, a teacher, an advocate, depends on what type of business you lead. A small black business, you know, on those levels, or you lead in a corporate office.
Right. But leadership should be leadership across the board, whether it's just
And that's
right. So
what-
you
she's
always
saying
have to be
that- that
professional.
should have
You
pulled
always
Dana
have
to
to
the
be
side and had that
professional.
conversation.
And
And talk to me.
And you can be
go ahead. Go ahead. You had a hand up for a while.
Since you put it that way, for that Dana really caused the conflict.
That's what I'm-
See what it got to
Dana.
done. And at the point when the boss even came out and said nothing at all.
And I'm all
I love it too, perspective. They already put it there both ways, in my opinion. When I see, she
You
said,
gotta train people.
You have to.
The first time.
Dana's always the boss.
Dana's always knocking
I
on
mean,
my
that's
door.
right.
But it does start with leadership.
There we go.
It starts with leadership and setting an example for his employees.
One time I said I talked to her.
So
The second time I said it
personal
yeah,
starts
to
with the
her.
person that
The
has.
exact
Why
same
should
words,
you
but two different
Why
tones.
should you And you can be
And you is in there.
Intelligence is something that is drastically lacking in our communities and whatnot. Let's give an example of emotional intelligence. I know what triggers me, right? So I'll remove myself from
the
people's
triggers.
situations and whatnot. Now, mind you, that's not trying to run away from conflict, as we were speaking about. But if I know ignorant, if I know belligerent ignorance and whatnot triggers me, I remove myself from belligerent
Walk
ignorant
away.
people. If I know that somebody is I used to hate when my home used to be like high on like pills and syrup and whatnot, come around me, like is leading on me and whatnot, rolling. I'm like, nah, like that's a trigger. Like, so I learned to.
But that's also a teachable moment. It's also a moment that you can teach them because everybody's here on assignment.
So that's the thing. After I try to teach people, another trigger. If I'm trying to, you have three strikes. If I'm trying to help you, I'm trying to give you advice, whatever, maybe try to help you, and you're not taking this, I'm gonna be triggered. So you know what? After the third time, and me trying to keep going on,
You got him at all costs.
I'm gonna distance myself. You know what? Because you're not listening. You are here. You want to be over there doing the third shit? I'm gonna be over here. You got it.
And that's number 6. Walk away.
Yep.
Because sometimes every fight is not yours. Everybody is here on assignment. Everybody's here on assignment, and everybody has their own cross to bear. So if the only thing I can do is I can feed you with information, just like I'm doing right now. I can feed you with this information, but when you walk out of here, it's your life to live. I'm just trying to help you live it in a much better way in dealing with conflict situations.
One of the best things I learned, and I'm still learning, I'm still processing, was that sometimes
not about you. So you do not take it personal.
Boom.
So you have to let it go. Whatever their vision is because of whatever that's behind that. And you have to get constant test in life. Constant test over and over again. So when you feel that energy, then you know you got something else to work on if you get angry. So
Exactly.
it's those things in making a decision to decide to be a better person.
Exactly.
So
And we all have that choice. That's why I say, who are you? Who are you? Who do you want to be? You know, you have to make a choice, because at the end of the day, we're all going to have to answer to about how we treat ourselves and about how we treat each other. So what I want to do with this time is I want to ask, so.
You know, I'm coming to find out you sending out mass text messages to a bunch of people asking for $20 and whatnot. So like, I'm doing the math. I'm like, wait a minute. Cuz he sent you that too? Wait a minute, he sent you that? Hold on, let me see something real quick. So you sent 20 different people the same message asking for $20. Mm-hmm. And you've been doing this like this.
You leave the house.
Catching public transportation home from work.
You know, it's every community, but it's just learning that tolerance and patience to believe that you're valuable enough not to build
engage. Exactly.
So sometimes when I hear this, I hear self-worth.
Self-worth, self-love, self-discipline. Everything begins with the self.
A lot of that is like in our community.
And a lot of that.
We're like family, and when I call them cousins. And then I have like my childhood friends who are not as close as them and whatnot, because as we got older, I realized like I don't have as many people have much things in common. When they want to be out there still in the streets doing the dumb stuff, I'm with my childhood friends who are not in the streets, who are in the streets doing the dumb stuff and whatnot, right? And then I have, you know, acquaintances, people that I've met through life that I've worked with and whatnot. I've befriended these people, but they're not giving a wedding invitation. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll come to a function, an event that I'll throw, but you're not coming to no really cookouts, stuff like that. And people have to learn how to compartmentalize it. At times, people can think that that's a bad thing. But it's
what I've, so forth and so on. The friends that you have now are not going to be friends. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. You might have one or two that might outlast that time, but as far as everybody.
You know, so I struggle with when I feel like I'm being personally attacked, or you're in my personal space and you coming at me, I tend to react. So I've learned how to practice the 3 P's. So I first say, well, wait a minute, I don't want to match your energy. That's the first thing I say. I'm trying not to match your energy, because a lot of times when we're reactive, we match an energy. You're yelling, I'm yelling. But at the end, neither one of us is hearing each other, and we're not even getting anywhere. So you want to always have a productive conversation. So to proceed, because sometimes in the process, I should say, you should ask clarifying questions. So you ask, well, what did you mean by that? Or, should I be taking this personal? Are you talking to me, or you just want me to listen to what you're saying, talking about somebody else? So you want to ask questions. What's going on? Is everything okay? Are we good? You know what I mean? Is this about us, or is this about something else? And then you want to proceed. So once you have all the information and you've calmed down, you can then react to this, not react, I shouldn't say that. You can then respond to the situation in a much better way. So the 3 P's, say it with me, y'all, is
pause, process, proceed.
Good. And then lastly, one of the things that you want to do when it gets too heated and neither one of y'all listening to each other, walk away. Just walk away. Just in this conversation, we're not going to do this right now. This is not where my space is. Protect your peace. I can't say that enough. Always protect your peace at all costs, because every fight is not your fight. Every battle is not yours, and it doesn't even matter who's winning and who's losing. It matters is how are we working together? Like, what are we working towards a resolve? Or what is not what is the problem, but how did we get here so that we know how to either never get here again, or so we know how to handle it if we ever come across the similar situation. So conflict is not always easy. So I'm not coming up here acting like I know how to handle it every time perfectly. No, I'm human. That's why I say when somebody's in my face, I don't know how to handle that. Sometimes I'm reactive. But I'm learning
Success and proceed.
It's important. So what we're going to do for this last little bit of time is I'm going to engage. Myself, my name is L.E.A.R.N. For those of you who don't know me, my name is L.E.A.R.N. I am the Executive Director and founder of the Love Exquisite Arts and Recreation Nonprofit Center, the L.E.A.R.N Center. That's the short version of it. So myself partnered up with Revolutionary Vision and Brother Kofi Atiba, which most of you have already met. I think you already know. You know him. I seen you give him a little dap.
We believe. And when I sat down at the dinner table, she tell me one time, don't put your elbows on the table. I remember when I would come to the table, and at first thing I'd be conscious of, sit up in your seat.
No slouch.
Don't put your elbows on the table. Okay? Don't speak with food in your mouth. All these different things. Because you know why? Because when my grandmother first was telling me, it was like, and I was like, I'm a little kid. And when she goes, slap! Every time, and she had to do it but once.
Yep.
And just so y'all understand,
I just want to thank everybody for making today a success. I want to thank all of my volunteers. I want to thank Brother Atiba. I want to thank Brother Rahim, Muhammad. I want to thank everybody, all of the participants. You did an excellent job on the role play activity. And remember the 3 P's. You had to be there. So until next time, this is Lynette from the Love Exquisite Arts and Recreation Nonprofit Center. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of my volunteers, to all of my board members, to everybody who helped to make this event a success. Thank you.